My name is Daniel Scott with UDAYA.com, and this is Average Joga, a series of easy-to-digest yoga tutorials for people who don't do yoga yet. Take what you like, leave what you don't, go at your own pace, and learn to build your practice from the ground up. Upward-facing stuff. You got your up dogs, you got your low cobras, you got your cobras, you got your sphinxes. They all really have to do with lifting the heart and moving the upper back, upper chest, opening it towards grace or whatever thing you're trying to open up towards. But a lot of times, if you're super tight in the shoulders, super uncomfortable in the back, there's so many ways that this becomes almost like choking yourself off because you're trying to push away from the ground, and really you're not trying to push away from the ground. You're trying to lift and open up forward instead of directly up. So what we're going to try to break down in this video is how we can find a comfortable upward facing something that you can throw into your vinyasa, that you can use to offset any core work that you're doing. It's less about focusing on the front body opening up, but it's the space that you can create in the back body to allow the chest to open forward into whatever you're trying to do. So naturally, this is going to start in a prone position. So find yourself a comfortable place to get prone and meet very simply just lying on your haunches, hips down, be on your forearms. You can do whatever you want here. Now, if sitting like this with the elbows under the shoulders and the hands forward is easy and okay, then okay, we can work with that. But if even here you're feeling some sort of twinge in your lower back, you might want to just start elbows down like this and chin on the wrists. And from here, if this is, again, a place where you're feeling a little bit of discomfort, you might want to try bending the knees and taking the knees a bit wider and the feet together, and that might give you some more space in your lower back. So, not surprisingly, even this position right here can be yoga, if you allow it to. So, elbows a little wider than the shoulders. You can just look down. Don't lift the chin. Let the eyes drop towards the ground so the back of the neck is long. And take a few breaths and begin to press into the forearms. You can begin to engage the core, like you're almost making space under your navel to hide something. And then try not to grip with the butt. So just let the butt cheeks relax. Hang out here, press the feet slightly into each other, and just give yourself some space. Now, if this is starting to feel okay, then we can start creating a bit more length and a little bit more connection to the ground. So extend one leg forward or back behind you. Extend another leg back behind you. Take the feet, untuck the toes so the top of the feet are down, and begin to gently press through the tops of the feet. You'll feel the thighs activate. You might even feel the butt begin to clench. So right there, release the butt again, and then keep a gentle press through the tops of the feet. Now, if your elbows are wider than the shoulders, take the elbows under the shoulders, have the forearms down, the fingertips, palms down, and then from here, just lift the gaze so your eyes are looking 1 foot, maybe 2 feet in front of the fingertips. From here, this is a great position called Sphinx. If you just put Sphinx into the Google, you might find a picture of the Sphinx and go, oh, that makes a lot of sense. You'll also find in that picture that the eyes are looking forward, the face is looking forward, so you can lift the gaze and let the chin follow the gaze. So instead of lifting the chin, just look forward with the eyes and let the face follow that. Shoulders down the spine, press into the hands, press into the forearms, and then gently lift the navel away from the ground and see if that allows you to open the chest more. Now, if this feels okay in your back, great. Keep this pressure, downward grip with the forearms. Begin to press into the tops of the feet, maybe activate the thighs, and see if you can energetically, isometrically, pressing into the hands and the forearms, draw your elbows without moving them towards the hips, and see if that helps you get a little bit more lift. Take a breath or two here, and if you're not breathing, try to take one breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose. And then instead of just dropping away from this, slowly release the energy in the feet, release the energy in the elbows. Take the elbows wide, take one hand on top of the other, turn your head to the side, and just put your head on your hands. If you want to, from here, just shake the hips from side to side to release any pressure that might have built up in your lower back. This is a great release as you're working with trying to find your upward facing stuff. Now you'll find when we're working with upward facing poses, it's a lot in the upper back, but the upper back has to connect to something. So it's either the ground under the arms or the space in your lower back and your hips. So at any point you feel your butt just trying to grip onto something, Dude, just loosen up, man. You don't have to really work that hard. Try to soften the butt and try to use the core, not just the front body core, but the back body to create the lift that you need. So Sphinx is a great place to be as a sort of like a lower level or very accessible chest opener, upper back opener. From here, lower the forehead, the nose. Well, it's lower the forehead to the ground, tuck the chin, take the hands under the shoulders and hug the elbows in. Navel draws in, feet flat on the ground. Breath in here, and on your exhale, try to take the nose away from the ground. Try to take the forehead away from the ground, but don't lift the chin. Keep the neck long. Elbows hug in here. Breath in, and then exhale. If you lower the palms, begin to press into the hands, keeping the elbows hugged in. Again, don't lift the chin. Extend into the arms until you feel that your shoulders start to hunch up to your ears, and then stop moving upward. Take the shoulders back down the spine, and then gently look forward with the eyes and let the face follow the eyes. Not the chin, but just let the face follow the eyes. This is a low cobra. From here, if you want to lift the palms so it's fingertips, but if you feel the elbows go out, you may even take the hands wider so you have more space. Maybe this is going to help you press into the chest even more. Breath in, breath out. Now, the higher you lift the heart, the more you're going to feel it in the lower back. So the moment you start lifting the chin, not only does it choke the neck off, but it puts more pressure in the back. So if any time you feel that, lower the heart, and then let's keep the shoulders down the spine with the face lifted. With the arms wider, it's less pressure in the shoulders, but the closer the hands come in, it's more tension in the mid-back. So adjust accordingly here out to the side to make your back feel happier in this pose. This is less about how big and how high you can get, and more about how much support you can give yourself, not so much using the hands to do all the work, but in the core and in the torso. After 2 or 3 breaths here, if you feel your butt relax and you feel everything's good, use your next exhale, lower it down, take one hand on top of the other, turn your head in the other direction, and begin shaking it out. Breath in, breath out. Just give yourself a few moments to relax and release. Now, there's low cobra. Is this guy with the hands under the shoulders and you're lifting up. You can keep low cobra and you can kind of make it almost like a high cobra. It's like, how high can you get? See, cobra, I have the hips on the ground, the feet are flat. There's another one called upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, elbows in, and then from here, you want to extend, before you lift the hips off the ground, extend the knees long, the heels extend back to the back of the mat, the elbows hug in, keeping the chin low. Inhale, exhale, press into the arms, extend the arms, and gaze forward with the eyes. See how you can, well, maybe you can't, but if you look, you'll be able to see that my hips are floating. Now, the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to let the chin lift as the last expression of this. Now, there's a good chance that your heels might be falling out or that you're shaking or your thighs are active. So if you need to drop the thighs, that's fine. You can keep the pelvis off the ground. But when you do that, the butt tends to grip. So can you relax the butt? If that works, great. If the heels are dropping out, untuck the toes, lower the heart a bit, take yourself to that cobra, and you're in an okay place to be. Use your exhale, lower it down. Take the hands on top of the other, turn the head to one side, shake the hips out. Now, just doing these things over and over and over can be really intense on the lower back. So a great way to take any pressure out after that, tuck the toes, slide the tailbone back to the heels. Spend some time in child's pose, or at least some sort of modified child's pose. This is one of my favorite poses right here with the just hands under the chin, and try to relax into that. It's also great for checking your Instagram in the morning, or reading, doing some computer work, having a coffee, whatever you want to call it. Use that to let the lower back relax and release, the upper back and the middle back relax and release. Walk the hands back to the knees, navel draws in, shoulders over the hips. You've done some work. You've worked on your upward facing thises and that's. When it comes to the name of the posture or the type of posture itself, don't worry about if I'm doing a cobra, if I'm doing a dog, or if I'm doing a sphinx. Feel into your body and make sure that what you're doing feels good. If you're feeling any pain, like sharp pain, back off. Take it one step easier, because this is the kind of practice that you mess up one time, it's going to put you out for the next few months. It's not worth it. So it's better to go easy at first to find what works for you, and then gently and easily expand your challenge level as you like. Hopefully that works out for you. For everything that works, there's going to be something that doesn't. So listen to your body and see what comes up as it happens. So, how'd all that land for you? Hopefully, it sparked a fire. And if you're looking to fan the flame, head over to UDAYA.com and enter the promo code AVERAGE JOGA. You're going to have access to a lot more classes from myself and a host of amazing teachers from around the world of all shapes, styles, and colors. By all means, let this serve as a great foundation to build a home practice on that you can have for the rest of your life. Enjoy, enjoy.